Delco After Dark live music series. Live on. Hey, there we are, driving by the Wawa corporate offices over at Red Roof. Hey, and there's some more Wawa. Hey, going through, heading to town to... Oh, Jesus. Hey, Frank's on the show as we head by the Sterling Pig, one of the places. And hey, that's where the coffee club used to be. Ah, the memories. You know what? Hey, there's me. Hey, I'm on the show too. This is like the State Street montage. This is like the heart of Delaware County. At least we didn't get hit by the trolley or nothing because, there's the trolley. Delco After Dark opening montage. Hey, stop by the Media Theater because, hey, and then you got to go by John's, O'Connell's over in Springfield. But we just sort of parked at the 2312 because we did, hey, Pinocchio's. Got to stop by Wawa and eat off the trash can because that's right here on Twitch and Facebook. Right now.
Is it Doc? Here for you and yours from us and us. It's Delco After Dark. Go figure. That show, that Friday night tradition that you do.
So anyway, I thought I'd hop on, despite the fact of no guest. I could still, of course,
I can smell you.
I can still hit the what do you call it? The sound effects. It's been a hellacious week at the Media Theater. We've been getting prom on its feet, and it opens next week, and it has been late nights and a lot of work for all parties involved, some way more than me, and I'm exhausted. But I have two jobs, those of you who know my other job, so that I'm busy all the time. If I'm not there, I'm here. If I'm not here, I'm there. I'm, just being genuinely awesome most of the time. That was interesting. It said 0 viewers for like a hot second. I was just like, I want some pancakes.
You want some pancakes?
But that aside, tons of work at the Media Theater getting thank you. Getting our show off the ground, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
It's going to be great. Come and see it. You only got 4 weeks to come see the prom. I could give away the, it's not like a classic like Sound of Music or Mary Poppins, which is up next, by the way. But I'm not going to give away the story of it. You're just going to have to come see it. Come on and see it. Tell them you know me. They'll probably let you in, or maybe they'll shut the doors instantly. It's one or the other. It's how most of life has been. So, come and see the prom. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else has been interesting? Frank got a dog. Well, he's had a dog, but he hasn't actually officially had the dog. Now he's got the dog. He may swing by next week and show off his little Puff. I think it's Puff. Is it Puff? I don't know. It's some name from Mario. Like they're all named something from Mario except his one brother. So that little cute little dog that he keeps showing off in his stuff. Also, what else interesting locally? I think I see Lisa in the chat. Like you and Mark were playing. Was that earlier tonight? Was that yesterday? It was at the same place that I went over there, saw you guys, and had a really good salad, which is kind of my thing. Which reminds me, I don't think I've eaten today. I should probably eat something. Definitely had some coffee. Gotta have me coffee. Wawa Coffee, not an official sponsor. You figure we'd be an official sponsor by now, but not so much. Still got. You can't see it on here because it's the single shot, but Taft guy's coming in, I think in October with some new treats that he's come up with. I'm hoping that he does candy corn, freeze-dried candy corn, and names it Delco After Dark. I would be immensely, I would eat it in every show until my fillings come off, and that won't take long. There's two, what do you call it, schools of thought on candy corn. It's trash or it's awesome. And I'm of the opinion of it's awesome. I wish I didn't. It's basically just like, like pure sugar in physical form, or which I guess sugar is in physical form. I don't know, but it's awesome. O'Connell's, and then, wow, she was busy. There was a lot of stuff happening. Peach, it's Peach. Thank you. It's not Puff, it's Peach. See, now I want a peach. There's millions of peaches.
I can smell you.
Really?
Diabetes.
There you go. I'm just going to hit him randomly. I'm just going to look at the camera and not even know what one I press. How can I be missing them? The buttons are the size of houses.
It was at this moment that
It's amazing.
He fucked up.
Phone lines are open, so feel free to call in at the closer to 11 o'clock hour. Before then, I'm just going to bullshit and play a tune or two because it occurred to me that I don't think I've played anything online live probably, Jesus, what, like 6 months or something like that? I'm just one of the guys that does not come on like Monday and Wednesday, like most of y'all. You guys are like, you know, you diehards and you come on and make sure they see your faces and stuff. I just don't get around to it. I'm busy with other stuff, and I don't play out much. I don't play here much. I don't play online much. It's like all these guitars I have this year, and they're one step away from probably going back into the closet for a while. So I want to try and keep that open for a bit. So I'll probably play Peaches for free. Yeah, you have to. You can't say millions of peaches without saying that part. It's kind of like I don't know. There's some phrase like that. But yeah, the prom has been taking up a large part of my life, and less so than usual because we've hired on my buddy Mike from Longwood Gardens, who's been on the show. He was on the October show back in 2000. Like that, I think, or 2001. God, his time is just like crazy. I think it was 2000 because Mike Scandal was still here. It's you can go see us on TikTok. TikTok do it. There's a four panel, and it's all decked out for Halloween. Which I guess maybe I'll make a spooky Halloween setup for Dad like I do every year. I love doing those. And he came in like ready to fight, not fight, but he was like he had I wish it's just me. It's just me. I need a friend. I guess it's like that Conan show. Conan needs a friend. But he came on and he mixes over at Longwood Gardens. So now that I have a lot of other stuff to take care of in real life, that I brought him on to do the prom. And he did Tarzan and another show for us last week, which is why we weren't on. And he did a great job with both of those. I'm sure he's going to do a great job with the prom, and I'm hoping he stays with us. And then I can put sound in the rearview mirror for me and work on some other things. As much as I have enjoyed doing it for 10 years at the media, I think I've proven that I can do it to myself more than anyone, quite honestly. You know, it's just like, I'll fake this till I'm still faking it. Everyone kind of thinks I can do. Wow, I fooled them all. So that's hopefully Mike coming out and helping us out with that. Hey, look at this. I got some music here that I don't have glasses for. So I'm going to play a tune because it'll take up about maybe for 3 to 4 minutes, and it'll let me think of something to do next. I have, yeah. He has been at Nick's, and I've stopped by Nick's once in a while, and I go there and I play that 20-minute set, that 22-minute set. Some lady wrote down all the tunes. I told him, and I wish I had a prize for her. I said, listen, if you write down all the tunes that I do in 22 songs in 22 minutes, then you'll get a prize, or you'll just have bragging rights. And she did. She sat there back with a napkin and wrote down not all of them, but 18 of them. And there's some obscure suckers in there. There's Twilight Zone by Golden Earring and stuff like that. There's some really, really obscure stuff. I wonder if I could do it by memory. Not so much by memory, but could I do these songs if I just saw the name of the song, the title of it, without the chords, without any... Well, they've got no lyrics. None of the music has lyrics to it when I do it. So those are all by memory. But they do have basic chord structure. But I think I'm at the point now where I could just do the whole medley with literally just the name of the song. I think. See, I say that, and then if I was I just said Twilight Zone. So if I think I can do that, so theoretically, I mean, because I don't know about the rest of you these days, but I don't really learn songs the way I used to. I would learn them down pat, and I wouldn't look at there's Frank's Poor Lonely Mike with no one talking into it. A little bit down. I can see a little guitar. Oh, I got to move back. That's how I can see the guitar. Sup, Bart? But what is it? Twilight Zone. It's it's 2 a.m. The fear's gone. See, I've already forgotten. Is it F? It's probably F. The fear. Yeah, okay. So it's A minor. The fear's gone. Midnight, is it E major? I'm just guessing. Midnight connection is tired of taking chances. Well, the storm's on the loose. Another in my head, wrapped up in silence, all circuits are dead. Cannot decode, all life spins into a frenzy. What's the chorus? Yep, I'm slipping into this twilight zone. This is a madhouse, feels like being cloned. My beacon's been moved under moon and stars. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? Yep, I'm slipping into this twilight zone. This is a madhouse, feels like being cloned. Beacon's been moved under moon and stars. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? Since you was all D minor, all alone. No, all alone. When the bullet hits the bone. Since you were all alone. When the bullet hits the bone. Now that might have been backwards. It might have been all alone. When the bullet hits the bone. Something like that. But the question is, could I do all 22? I mean, there's some like Chris Isaac, like Wicked Game. It's 3 chords. It's like, it was on fire, nothing could change but you. Because I know it could save me but you. The desire could make for. But then I do the Chris Isaac affect, like the it was on fire, no one could save me but you. I'll never dream that I love somebody like you. And I want to fall in love.
I farted, it's wet, and I don't want to move.
And I don't want to fall in love. I like that one, apparently. So there's a bunch of them I could probably do. But one that I can't is, what time we got? I got a couple. Like Homer Simpson. Doe! Well, Lisa and I did this one. And this song I've been wanting to learn for like 30 years and never could because it's kind of crazy. But we did it over at the thing the other day. And I don't know if I have arthritis now since I'm in my mid-50s. But this just fucking kills me these days. It hurts. You don't know how bad I got it. This is all one chord. I got it bad. You don't know how bad I got it. You got it easy. You don't know when you got it good. It's getting harder. Just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting, even though I know I should. The cold is biting through each and every nerve and fiber. My broken spirit is frozen to the core. Just one day, wouldn't it be good if we could wish ourselves away? Wouldn't it be good to be on your side? Grass is always greener over there. Wouldn't it be good if we could live without a care? You must be joking, you don't know a thing about it. You've got no problems, I'd stay right there if I were you. I've got it harder, you couldn't dream how hard I got it. Stay out of my shoes if you know what's good for you. The heat is stifling, burning me up from the inside. The sweat is coming from each and every pore. I don't wanna be here no more. Wouldn't it be good to be in your shoes, even if it was for just one day? Wouldn't it be good if we could live ourselves away? Wouldn't it be good to be on your side? Grass is always greener over there. Wouldn't it be good if we could live without a care? I got it bad, you don't know how bad I got it. Got it easy, don't know when you got it good. It's getting harder, just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting, even though I know I should. Don't want no, don't need no. Got it easy, don't know when you got it good. It's getting harder, just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting. I have loved that song for 40 years. Not really. Not really. It was made like 40 years ago. But I've only loved it for maybe 39.35. Something like that. So, anywho, as a tremendous remedy for your thought. Ooh, thank you, Matt. Matt, you could come on. You could stop by and come say hi. Once I get my computer working, I will find out who my next guests are. Because we've got some pretty neat people coming in. We got Amy from, and she just won, like, woman entrepreneur of Delaware County. She runs Game on State. Got Frank Najmoli from the Philadelphia, I'm from the Delco restaurant page. He's going to come in. Maybe we'll try Wawa Pizza. Those suckers will eventually notice that we exist, because we're a class act here. Yeah, sure we are. And then Chris from Taft Treats is going to stop by. My niece Jenny's going to stop by. My friend Pam's going to stop by. My other friend Pam's going to stop by. Pam's coming 6-packs, apparently. That's how that works. Strangely enough, the people I work with usually don't stop by. Although Brendan was here on, on virtual, and so was Drew, my buddy Drew. So we will drag them in eventually when they are not absolutely exhausted with this build that he was, the Betty Davis eyes, yeah. But anywho, that's mostly it for the moment. If somebody wants to call in, they certainly can. Wait, where did I put my phone? That's an important part of... Oh, it's literally... My phone, I wish I could show you with another camera angle. My phone is literally right behind the sound effects. Thank you! The sound effects board. And it's positioned perfectly. Like I can go like this, and this, and this, and I still can't see it, only when I lean it, because I was like, how could I possibly say that we could phone in if I don't actually have my phone? That would be bad. That would be really, really bad. So what else has happened in media? They're tearing up all of the roads. Oh, that's like the news. This week in Delaware County, it stormed. The remnants of Hurricane blew through here this week, and there were storms and flooding everywhere. So says Alexa to me. Oh, I said her name out loud. Alexa, how's it going?
My Saturday's been most satisfactory.
That's pretty cool. I should put a mic in front of Alexa and just interview Alexa all night. That would be, God damn it. See, I always think of these things after the fact. That'd be hysterical. And then I start asking her to fart, and she does that because I am pretty low class. I got to be honest. So there was like some flooding in town. Nothing with us though. I mean, it was nice and dry here. And they're tearing up my street and State Street and all of the streets. It's just, they're all over the place, just like, going crazy, ripping apart every possible thing. Yeah, next week we'll interview Alexa. Oh, I said her name again. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And we'll see what she has to say about anything. I was thinking, I wonder if there's a way I can interview a chat GPT because we did that to open the show the one time, and it wrote. I think I don't know if I read it live here, but it wrote the opening to the show when Rob Birch came on, and it did a pretty damn good impression of Carl. I was just like, wow, I've met my match, and it is me. So I guess eventually there'll be digital versions of us that once we die, we can be like, wow, I really miss that guy, but hey, here he is on my computer. Be like, hey, how's it going? Just goofy me, you know, because if you take a true chat GPT and let it watch, this would be considered torture in most countries. I wouldn't do this. And gave it like the 300 hours of Delco After Dark and just let it watch me, then it could probably very easily over the course of that time come up with a digital version. I'm the analog version, goddammit. A digital version of
Hell yeah!
of me minus the what do you call it? Little Cat wants to come in. Little Cat escaped for what do you call it? When I opened the door to come in. Psst, psst, psst. Little Cat, do you want to come in? Little Cat is oddly quiet. Little Cat got into a fight last week. That was some of the news. Little Cat got into a fight with the big cat next door whose name is Fat Bob. Fat Bob is not fat, just big, which big can be mistaken for fat, especially from a distance. Fat Bob is cunningly not fat, but rather a cat fighting machine. And my little cat got his ear bit pretty good. He's got he could have like a little stud earring right here. He could be like, you know, George Michael. Well, George Michael had both of them. But let's see, what are we looking at? 10:58. We're nearing the 11 o'clock hour. Let me play one more little tune, and then somebody wants to call in. Most of you know my number. I should type it in the chat. Wait, can I type it in the chat? I can't type it in the chat. Son of a bitch. Whatever. Most of you know it anyway. If not, somebody who knows my number, type in the chat. I don't care if it docks myself. I don't pick up the damn phone anyway. In fact, you really want to laugh, you should listen to everybody says the message on my machine is freaking hysterical. Everyone, even like my friend Joe's kids, they like made him play it for them because it's basically the Delco After Dark guy. It's like, hello, hey, listen, I'm not here to talk right now, but so I'm either in a show or I'm just ignoring you. Either way, text me. And it's just very Delco After Dark. Very, very, very Delco After Dark. So this one's new. Although this one won't be on the next album, this one will be the last song on the album after that. So the next one has been in the process of being made for 15 years or some crazy shit. So I can finally, after that one, I've got finally all the stuff that, is ancient out there for like the 9 people to buy or whoever. I don't really care. This is all for me. It's all about me. But then after that, I can do these 10 tracks that I have ready for the one. God damn it. The 10 tracks that I can find for that next one. So and this is the last one. It doesn't have a title yet. I'm not sure what to call it. I may call it The Long Goodbye. I don't know. But it's just a little tune. Nothing crazy. U-Jazz. Yes, hey, I'd like to, hey, is there a U-Jazz here? Hey, have I got a U-Jazz? Wait a minute, you rotten kids. I'm looking for an IP Freely. Come on, everybody, IP Freely. It's like all the Moe's jokes. I like to say I gave it my all. That would be a lie. And we both know if I'd only tried a little bit harder for a whole lot longer. I hope that out there somewhere somewhere I can't even imagine where you are. You're sitting on your couch playing my guitar. It's the only thing we share anymore. Years going quicker, and there's less of them in front than behind. And I wanted you to share my life for the remainder of my life. So to sum things up, I'd like to say that I always saw it coming anyway, but knowing didn't help the hurt, and healing feels so far off. And it goes on and on. Another board game in your collection that we play upon. Lost all the pieces and forgotten the rules, so I make up my own. It's okay, you always did too. This is all that's left, and it ever makes it past your way, I wanted you to know that I'm okay. I'm so lost without you, but I'll find my way. So it needs a title. Don't know what to call it. Isn't it pretty? I think it's really pretty. Sad, but hopeful. Like my brother always says, dude, I wouldn't want to be a guy in one of your songs. I was like, yeah, I guess so, yeah. That's a new folk song. It's like, life sucks. It's going to get better. It kind of sucks right now, but it's going to get better. But it sucks. So there you go. So we have reached the 11 o'clock hour. Me and all my guests and my music, and the rare occasion of me actually playing, which is something I almost never ever do. So there you go, peoples. Let's take a look at my thing. I'm not sure who's coming on next week. I'm hoping Frank stops by with his doggy, because that would be super cute. We'll literally, like little cat cam, we'll have a little doggy cam, and we'll just have it focused on him. And if nobody shows up, then I will interview Alexa. I don't want to say her name. She's listening all the time. Actually, she's listening all the time. I just, to everything you do. To everything you do. So, just, I'm okay with it, if I can turn my lights, thanks, Laura. If I can turn my lights on and off without having to touch them, then I consider it worth it to hear her for me to allow her to hear me take a shit. Yeah, that works. Something like that. Kind of like the cat that follows you in the bathroom. It's like, hey, Mr. Whiskers, you might want to head out for this one. It's not going to be good for anybody. Just like go, oh, it's terrible. So, the Halloween show this year is going to be spooktacular. Have to say that. You're legally required to say spooktacular. There's going to be tons of artists. We're going to have a little Halloween party here on the porch with tons of artists coming by and playing songs. Most of them live, some recorded, but it's gonna if you've got any love of Delco After Dark over the years and want to come in and play a spooky song for us, and get your ass over here. I've entertained you for a couple of years, people. Come and play a song for the old man. I don't have that many years left. This could be my last Halloween. Do you want me to spend it alone? Do you? Do you really? So that'll be fun. That'll be like I think Halloween itself. I think Mischief Night will be what do you call it? The last ad of that. I think it's the 30th. I'm sure Lisa's looking it up, but at some point we'll do a Halloween show. It'll be a lot of fun. Everyone will be like dressed in like silly costumes or something. It'll be so much fun that you can't even imagine what life was like before it. I know I can't. But if I were to guess, then, well, I don't like to guess, although I do like to play games. And I do like to sometimes do a little bit of magic on occasion. Maybe I'll do magic tricks next week. I'll stop by and I'll do like a, there's like definitely, you can't see this, but there's definitely, there it is. There's like stains on this from what I was like eating. Like something was very important for me to eat while I was working on this tune. Oh, for those of you that haven't seen the Book of Carl or the Bible or whatever they call it, is I do music in a very different way than most people. Most people do the lyrics and the chords, for those of us that chord them out, the chords and the lyrics together. So you have to go like this halfway through your song. I don't do that. My thing is either I know the chords and I can't remember the lyrics, or I remember the lyrics and I forget the chords. So I have everything on one page after page. And if anyone who doesn't still have the book, it's got 600 songs in it, not including a few of mine and Lisa's. But now, on the rare occasion when I forget both, it becomes very tricky because I have to do like, I guess what's this? What's that? What's the word? So most of it. Oh, I told you the ghost story last year, Melissa. It was the one about my friend in Gettysburg. You must remember that one. That one was super spooky. Did I not tell the ghost story from last year from my friend in? Did I say Pittsburgh? I meant Gettysburg. The fellow that rented the room in Gettysburg, because that story is like, I told it to a friend of mine the other day. It is straight up terrifying, straight up make you shit yourself, and not in a good way. I don't know if there's a good way to. I don't know if. First Friday is the day Bandcamp gives all proceeds to the artist. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know much about Bandcamp. I just do my stuff through CD Baby. That's where I just did the recent one, the Abandoned Oddities. 50 tracks, like $9, 50 tracks. Now, granted, some of them are like 2 minutes long, some are 4. So like the beginning track for the opening one, both of them actually, the opening crawl music is, I think, called Vitamin Z. I wrote that in like 93. The other one is literally called Delco After Dark. You can buy that one for 99 cents, and you can have Delco After Dark with you all the time and know that you helped contribute to one of these cameras and other too many things that I bought for this silly show. But I do enjoy it, and I love that you guys watch sometimes and show up sometimes. Isn't that right? Yeah, it's pretty good. So, she was wow. She should be wowed. It is wowzers. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like these, I'll even like these are just mine. Like I go to the same level of craziness on mine that I would for like that other one or the stuff that I have in the bag over there. And of course the guitar you may have noticed is the what do you call it? The Johnny Cash one from $1 Million Quartet from what do you call it? The place I work. God, I'm so tired. The Media Theater. It's got great low end, doesn't it? That song's actually played. I didn't really plan on playing that song, but that is that is the highest song that I play on a guitar ever. It's capoed up higher. I make fun of people that capo up this high, but it just gives it that little, that like pretty. It almost looks like it says Carlon. I wonder if I could like I wonder if I could turn the S into a. Oh, that's a great idea. I wonder if I could turn the S into an R somehow, and the H into an L, or so, because that's my name. What was it? There's a town down in the valley. They flooded it out so they could make a dam. There's still trees and roads and homes down there, slowly sinking deep into the sand. So it's got really nice tone to it, which I didn't expect. And if I knew that I was going to be owning this forever and ever and ever, it's composite too. Like I think I've left this in the car for like 3 days. It doesn't give a shit. You could fling this in the river, take it out, dry it off, and play it. So, and it's a Martin, which is nice. It's the real deal. It's got really, I don't know if it comes across on the mic, but it's got some like a. Got some really nice, really nice low end. But excuse me, burrito night. You can't do it. Yeah, that's true. So I've ended up really liking this guitar. I wish, I mean, you know what? It's got a story to it. I'm able to tell the story that I got the guitars for the show and I didn't really want it, but now I have it. So I guess in that respect, I sort of like it. I like that it was kind of sort of famous. It was on stage, for like, I don't know, like 7 weeks. I think like 12 people saw that show. I think more than 12, but not many. So I will find out. I will have my computer put back together and running. My other one in the office. The office where I did this for years and years. I don't know what we're going to do when winter comes. This is not a heated room. We made it through the summer, and I was worried that it was going to be hot as a motherfucker out here for the summer. But somehow we made it, and nobody really complained too much, and that was fine. That was all well and good. But winter is coming, as that TV show used to say. Dun, 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 dun. So I would expect somewhere around late November or December that we just don't do this out here anymore. Or I get like a little heater, or like a little space heater or something like that. Or we just like do this in coats. Like we sit around in like parkas and gloves and mittens and drink sodas. Oh, by the way, I'm going to Mr. or Daddy Fizz or Mr. Fizz Pop's store or whatever tomorrow up in somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's up north. I got to drive a hefty way to get there. I mean like an hour. But apparently they have several hundred strange sodas. And I know one of them is probably fish. And I'm going up there with my partners in crime, Brenda and Annalise. We're going to go up there, and I'm going to let them pick out a majority. I mean, I'm going to go up there with like a checkbook. We're going to buy enough sodas to last me. Like if there was a nuclear apocalypse, I'll be drinking strange sodas for years to come. It'll be like, I remember the before times. when there were like Dairy Queens and gas stations, and we had a trolley. And we'd sit around the fire and drink strange sodas. So it'll be good times. It'll be good times. The Pop Shop? It might be the Pop Shop. Yeah, that might be it. Wait, is there one in Collingswood called the Pop Shop? Is there one there too? I have a friend in Collingswood, like right now. He literally today borrowed my Behringer Eurosport 6-channel portable system, which, by the way, anyone can, because I never use the thing. And it's got 2 wireless mics, 2, I think 50, 60 watt speakers. It puts out a ton of sound. It's got Bluetooth. It's really, really great. And he was doing a porch concert over in Collingswood today. But if there's a soda shop in Collingswood, that's a lot closer. Lot. So, that would be great. That would be awesome if I didn't have to drive a whole long time to get there. I would like it a lot. Oh yeah, straight sodas for me, maybe for you, maybe we'll see. Drinks for 2. I don't know. So thanks for tuning into this nothing show. No guests, just me. No phone calls. I'll turn off my wireless headset. So everybody get some sleep. We will have guests and stuff next week. Also, in-ear wireless, super cheap, like $250. You get 2 of these units and a transmitter, and you can walk all over the stage and hear your own mix, which is, let me tell you, if you've ever been in a bar and can't hear yourself, you know how valuable that is. It is crazy valuable. I actually got this as well for $1 Million Quartet, because the guy was freaking out and he couldn't hear himself. He's like, I need to hear myself. He needs to hear himself in the monitors, which, you do. And but he's like, listen, if you got in-ears, I'll put them on. So I'm like, let me look it up. And I looked it up and I bought them just as an emergency backup situation in case he melted down on me. But he didn't. He did fine. He did fine. But now I own them because I didn't buy this with I do this all the time. I got the electronic drums for the pit, and I bought them myself. I got this. I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought some music stands from George's and shit the other day. I do this shit like all.
Why you bullying me?
I do it all the time, and then I just end up. I mean, it's kind of neat having a job that your hobby of choice at home, because you could say dream or hobby. I'm like 54. No one's to quote my buddy John Dionato. No one's trying to sign a 54-year-old guy to their record label. It's not happening. That train is come and gone. I will leave it up to the young heads like Nappy, and who isn't even that young. I think he's like half my age. He's not like 17 or nothing, but he's out there like working hard. And all you people that like actually play in bars and stuff, good luck with that. I might do it again. It's cyclical for me. I like do it and then I don't and then I do it. It's the same thing with my weight. It's like I get fat, I get skinny, I get fat, I get skinny. It's what I do. It's what I do. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm happy. I'm sad. See that one's a little different. That one's more like a bell curve that doesn't climb back up the other side sometimes. But Shane, you bitch. Nice of you to make it. No, I'm just joking because I never make it on Monday night. I should. You know what? I'll sign up this week on Monday night. Wait, what am I saying? I have to do like tech run on Monday night. I'm an idiot. Oh, I forgot to tell you the coolest thing before I go. How can I do this? And whatever. So maybe I'll play one more song. So I'm teaching a class on Tuesday on technical theater over at the Media Theater. So the media is doing this workshop phase, and they've got like 15 kids, these young guys, like between the ages of like 11 and 14 or whatever, and they want to learn about theater, and we're teaching them every aspect of theater. There's wardrobe, and there's like the tech stuff, and then there's like preparing an audition, which is a big deal, and learning the music, and just like all these different facets of them. And I'm going to do part of the technical theater part. because there's a lot that goes into doing a show that you know nothing about. Like even just the fact of like when you go to see a show, and you've all gone to see a show, and you watch the show and you listen to the show and you're like, wow, that was a show. You don't walk out of it going, man, I heard a good show. No, you say, man, I saw a good show. And that makes us sound guys like die a little bit inside, but that's okay. We're already dead. So one of the things you may not notice, there's two things you don't notice about that. The one is the fact that for the most part, and sometimes not so much, but for the most part, what you're hearing from the stage is very different from what you're listening to them at home. Not only are they live, which is different, but they're mono. People do not transmit in stereo. Because if you do, person in seat way over there is going to hear a very different sound from person in seat way over there. So you want, as the artist or the promoter, that everyone has the same experience. Everyone can hear exactly the same thing. And that makes sense. I only recently learned that, like in the past 10 years of like sound mixing. And the other thing is what you may never notice, or maybe you did, is a big part of the concerts are an entirely second concert that's going on that you know nothing about, or you don't pay attention to. How about that? Maybe you know it. I never did. I never knew there were two concerts going on at the same time at every show you've ever been to, even in bars sometimes. And that is the monitor mix guy. The monitor mix guy sits off to usually the left, sometimes the right, but usually the left for some reason I've noticed as far as facing the audience. The monitor mix guy sits on your left, and drums, keyboard, everybody, and everyone has that wedge in front of them or in-ear monitors. And they tell him exactly what they want. Each one of those guys, in fact, you're mixing several different shows. Each one of those guys is listening to a very different, precise version of the show that they want. Keyboard guy obviously wants a lot of keyboard. He wants keyboard. If he's a singer and a keyboard, so he gets, I want my vocals in my ears, and I want my keyboard. I'm right in front of the drums. I want no drums. The bass, I don't need any bass. I can feel it through my nuts. He said, because if you have a lot of subwoofer, you're going to feel it through the stage. So I don't want the bass. I want a little bit of guitar. I want the lead vocal big time. And the congas and the percussion and stuff like that, not really. And then the lead singer is going to be like, I want me, all of me. I want more of me. Can you put verb on me in my monitors? I want so much of me that nothing else exists in the entire world and maybe part of the band. Drummer's like, don't need any drums because I'm right here, but I need the bass because I'm the rhythm section, and a lot of guitar. Vocals, fuck him, don't need them. So each person is going to have an extremely different mix from the guy on the side. So in theory, mixing a show is like walking on a tightrope on fire. Monitor mixing is walking on that tightrope on fire over sharks while also unable to breathe and counting backwards or something. In monitor mixing is the hardest, bane, terrible thing because they feed back all the time. You put enough, everyone's heard that sound, wee, you put enough. I need more of me in the wedge. I need to hear more of my vocal. You hear more of your vocal, which means it comes up and hits your ears, but on the way to the ears, it passes the mic and goes down and feeds back and creates it. So as the monitor mix guy, you have to figure out some way for the lead singer to hear enough of himself. And some of them are friggin' deaf, especially blues bands. Fuck those guys. So you have to have enough of the monitor in their ear that doesn't feed back into the microphone. And it is this crazy dance that you like right on the razor's edge sometimes. Like you hear this low frequency feedback, like around 600 or something. It's just sitting right there ready to bite you at any second. There's no stress involved with that whatsoever. Which is why I'm retired from that kind of shit. I don't know what I'm doing next exactly, but it ain't that no more. Yeah, is it? I don't know if it was. I don't know if it is interesting or not. But like I said, you probably have never noticed there's a whole nother concert going on. So yeah, it's horrible. Monitor mixing is the worst. It's the worst. I've done it. I've had people do it for me. I've done it for myself on stage, which is how I got hired in this business in the first place. The guy that ran Longwood Gardens saw me monitor mixing from the stage. So I'm playing guitar and I've got the mixer next to me and I'm just like, well, I guess no more of this and half of that and 3 of these and a little more of that. It wasn't a big band. It was on a back porch at a picnic over at my friend's house. And he's like, well, if he can mix from stage, because if you're on stage, you don't know what they're hearing out there. Because if you're lucky, then the speakers are in front of you, which my speakers now are at the Media Theater. They've been behind the actors for 10 years. Speakers, I can't make the feedback here. A speaker behind an actor, a speaker behind a microphone, you'll never see that unless a guy has one hung over like a cabinet to get the sound that the guy wants from the amplifier. But a speaker behind a singer, it's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. It's going to feedback almost instantly, especially if he moves. And if it doesn't, if he moves, then it's going to fall in line and then it's going to feedback. So you never want a speaker behind someone, which was the case in the media theater until Tex and his guys came in and our guys together built the proscenium and moved the speakers out in front of the proscenium. And now the sound in there is, dare I say, pretty fucking good. Not that I'm controlling it, except for the kid shows. Why don't you come on out and see Princess and the Peach? Wait, Princess and the Peach? No, what is it? James and the Giant Peach. I'm brain dead. I'm totally brain dead. Come out and see James and the Giant Peach. It runs tomorrow, and I think next weekend, and maybe another weekend. But very short. It's a very short run. It's a bunch of cute kids in bug outfits. My buddy's son Will, who plays the worm, has one of the best songs. You will. It's worth the price of admission. His song "Plump and Juicy" as the worm in James and the Giant Peach is what literally I've done probably, I don't know, 50 kid shows there. It is, yeah, it's a safe bet. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen there. Yeah. I mean, normally be like, top 5, but nah, it smokes everything else. And the kid shows are cute. They're super cute. But this is something different. This is, if you can watch it and not giggle, you might be dead inside. Just a little. Well, there we go. 11:28. Somehow I chatted and you hung in. It's, I have no idea why, but I appreciate it. I'm sure without Frank sharing this with a million places, this will get like 9 views, but I'm okay with that. I keep it going because it's a tradition now and I want to, try and, show up regularly. I hate it when I don't show up, but especially last week because I had to do that big concert, that I couldn't, do it. So I don't want to not show up 2 weeks in a row, although I am friggin' exhausted. So there you go. I was able to do that. Yay! Yeah, I'll play us out something. What should I play? What do I remember? I don't know. God, I love the low end on this. Whenever I play like an A minor down to an E minor, I always think of The Grave by Don McLean. But I can't. But those are the grave that they dug him at flowers. And that's not even right. That's not even the right. Gathered in the hillside in bright summer colors. But I can never. I don't actually know the song. I'm much more familiar with Starry, Starry Night. Paint your palette blue and gray. Work out on a summer's day with eyes that know the world and can't forget the people that you met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn and bloody rose, like crushed beneath those other now. And I wish I knew, or whatever. I'm much more familiar with, what is that, Starry Night by Don McLean. Super pretty song. I love stuff like that. What's his name? Is the same sort of thing. Dan Fogelberg. It's like my lover in a grocery store. Didn't know he was a thing. I met my lover in the grocery. Is it C? Is it E minor? There's only so many chords. I think is it just C? Is it maybe C minor? My old lover in the grocery store. Snow was falling Christmas Eve. I stood behind her and I touched her and I touched her on the sleeve. Or something like that. I forget. Anyway, that's Delco. I don't know. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how. You don't know how. You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. Delco quarantine, open mic. Delco quarantine, open mic. I love open the door to your heart. Tragedy befalls you, don't let it drag you down. Love can't cure your problems, you're so lucky I'm around. Let my love open the door, let my love open the door, let my love open the door to your heart. I don't know the rest of that one. I'm sure I can figure it out. I've got the only key to your heart. You want to stop me from falling apart. Back to get it, fight away. Come on, take me a chance to say, let my love open the door. It's what I'm looking for. Release yourself from misery. There's only one thing I set you free. That's my love. There you go. Good night, everyone. Delco Quarantine Open Night. Next week, our guest is somebody. Hopefully, please, I need a guest. It's only been like twice this year that people have saved my ass. Like Tex and Genevieve saved my freaking ass that one week. It would have just been me, which is, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why you're still here. All right. Later, guys. Come see the prom at the Media Theater, please. I'd love to see you. I will take you on a tour of the theater myself. You just come see me. Tell your friends how much you love it. It's going to be a great show. It's really funny. Listen, if it were a turd, I'd be honest, but it's not. It's going to be really, really funny. Same thing with James and the Giant Peach. If you have kids, bring them. Just walk in and say, you know me. And they're like, that asshole? And they're like, yeah, that guy. What are you going to do? Anywho, thanks for tuning in. Delco Quarantine Open Mic. Thank you for hosting us all those years. And the fest. The fest was a lot of fun. And we will catch up with you next week. We will have Frank and his dog. And we will have a guest. And hopefully we will have dozens and dozens of strange sodas and some new What's in the Box. And you don't have to play an instrument or be famous or nothing. I don't care. I don't care who you... I mean, I do care. I don't care. I'll interview anyone. Send your Uncle Larry. I don't give a shit. Send someone, and I will ask them things and make them interesting, even if they're not. Oh, everyone's got something. Everybody's got something. You've got something. You're special. God, I sound like friggin' like Mr. Rogers. I should do that in the mirror. Hey, you're special. People like you. I'm not lying at all. Less eye roll, please. Delco.
Wanna know how it feels. You don't know how. Wanna know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. You don't wanna know how it feels. I would never wish that on you. No. How it feels, yeah. You don't know how it feels. Now I said thank you everybody, good night. Thank you everybody, good night. Delco Quarantine Open Mic. Delco Quarantine Open Mic. Thank you everybody, good night. Turn until the Delco late night. Right, Carl and all these other dudes, I don't know, they be talking crazy shit. Last time it was about a snowblower. Carl, crashed his bike, yeah, his knee was torn up. I never seen, psych, I seen worse. He's alright. Check out Carl. Delco late night quarantine, open mic, alright.